Let's get on with the action now as Brentford face Liverpool in the second round of the Milk Cup. And remember that these ties are over 2 legs, with a second one to come of this one at Anfield later this month. And as Liverpool emerge from their makeshift dressing room, well, I suppose they can hardly ever have experienced this sort of entry into an important cup tie before, past the parked cars and the prefabs. Incidentally, Brentford have given up their share of those dressing rooms, perhaps as a mark of respect to their illustrious visitors. The home team changed in a builder's hut. Eventually onto the pitch now, and our commentator at Griffin Park tonight, it's Martin Tyler.
Can Ron Harris, a month short of his 39th birthday and now Brentford's coach, discourage First Division forwards as he did for much of his 20 years as an arch-defender with Chelsea? Well, Harris is called on as sweeper tonight, with Brentford cruelly hit by illness and injury over the past 10 days. Even this morning they lost striker Keith Castles, hurt in training. So at number 9 in comes Tony Marnie, and it's his first senior game since breaking a leg last December. Typically, no panic changes by Liverpool after that lapse at home to Sunderland last Saturday. Steve Nicol continues in place of Phil Neal, who's missing from a Liverpool side in this competition for the first time since 1974. For most of the side, though, Griffin Park is unexplored territory. Only Ian Rush has played league football here, and that was in his days with Chester. In charge tonight is John Martin, who comes from Alton in Hampshire. Liverpool then kick off. It's their first visit to Brentford for 36 years. And they've accepted the make-do changing accommodation with good humour. And they're particularly pleased about the quality of the pitch at Griffin Park. But have already conceded a free kick, which Ron Harris will take for Brentford. And Bruce Grobbelaar with a catch that will help his confidence. Never frightened to come off his line. And Brentford have already, remember, put out Charlton, a second division scalp in the first round. Here's Alan Kennedy. Alan Whitehead getting the header in front of Michael Robinson, but it's Liverpool's throw. Real West London occasion here. And the mood encouraged by some upsets in the Milk Cup last night. Dalglish. The Brentford captain, Chris Kamara, takes it from him. And Joseph was very much the favourite here. Wanted a free kick, but it wasn't forthcoming. Francis Joseph, who was signed from Wimbledon just over a year ago. But here's Rush and Robinson looking to combine. Dalglish, an ever-present threat. And it was an acrobatic drop to his right by Trevor Swinburne to keep Dalglish at bay. It was hit low to the goalkeeper's right, and Swinburne, who has played in the First Division with Sunderland, got down well. Handball by Souness. Very much in Brentford's battle plan to hustle and harass and not allow Liverpool any time to settle. Alan Whitehead, the central defender, has come forward for this free kick. It's played towards him. And the header lacked the power to trouble Grobbelaar. And Brentford winning possession in the Liverpool half. Terry Rowe. And here's Joseph. There's some question marks in the Liverpool defence. Brentford wanting to get the ball forward early. They caught Liverpool a little slow coming out. Joseph had the shot that was blocked. And it's a corner. Bullivant with the signal. Grobbelaar with the catch. Liverpool never short of patience in their build-up. And never short of the willingness of Alan Kennedy to get forward. Rush. Now Johnston. Souness. Got it back from Dalglish, but in such a manner that he had to check. Kennedy. And here's Robinson, who saw an opening, and Swinburne was rather fortunate to just claim it at the second attempt as Rush slid in, thinking the goal was his. An instant reaction from Michael Robinson here, from Kennedy's driven ball. He just saw half a sight of the goal, and Swinburne couldn't hold it, but did at the second attempt as Rush came in. Kamara with a throw. McNichol's cross. And Marnie! Well, it must be said, a clear-cut chance for a player who is good in the air, but short, of course, of timing, having been out of the side for 10 months. He had a full game in the reserves yesterday afternoon, and then was plunged in at the deep end for this match, and plunged in there and put it wide. Bullivant. This time it's Roberts coming in, and Nicol beating him to it. Harris. Morrison fairly above Gary Roberts, despite the reaction from the crowd. Roberts really didn't try and jump. Dalglish. Getting it back from Robinson. Dalglish was off target in the end, but Liverpool showing there how quickly they could have punished Brentford for missing the opening at the other end. A nudge spotted by John Martin, by Souness on Kamara. Kamara, half intercepted by Kennedy. Kamara tries to win it back. Bullivant snatched at it. Terry Bullivant looked as though he was going to have a promising First Division career when he moved from Fulham to Aston Villa, but he never quite established himself at Villa Park in their midfield. Rush. Salmon just got a touch ahead of him. The younger defender Rowe passing the responsibility to Harris. Joseph. And Rowe had made a good run through. He still has Grobbelaar out of the area, with two Brentford players bearing down on him. Harris. Marnie's flick, collected by Jim McNicol. Marnie again. Finally comes to rest for Liverpool with Alan Kennedy. But the 3 times holders of this trophy, by no means having things all their own way at Griffin Park. And it was flicked on by Roberts. Kamara! Lawrenson just did enough to put him off. Kamara felt, in fact, that Lawrenson made contact with the ball, but the signal is a goal kick. Good touch from Roberts. Kamara coming from midfield, but sending it high over the bar. Whitehead. And now Harris. McNicol looking up to see if the long ball was on, and he found Marnie. This is Joseph. Prepared to take on Lawrenson, and he's left him. He's much stronger on his left foot than The cross perhaps lacked the power for that reason. But again, encouragement for the third division side. Robinson. He's got away from Whitehead. And Rush, simply done. Robinson lost his marker, and from then on, there were problems ahead for Brentford. This was the duel that really was the key to the goal, and it went Michael Robinson's way. And Ian Rush said, thank you very much. Halfway through the first half. Robinson, the creator, Rush, the scorer. Boulevard. Robinson wanted Grobbelaar to come, and the goalkeeper was a little hesitant. Joseph. And Roberts! Within a minute! What a reply! From Gary Roberts, the hero of Brentford's Milk Cup exploits last season, scored against First Division opposition again. Joseph this time got to the byline, and it was thrashed in by Roberts. The pace of Francis Joseph and the drive to get into a good position for the cross was at the heart of that equaliser. And Gary Roberts, who they say here at Griffin Park, rises to the big occasion, has delighted the Brentford faithful. And really, before Liverpool had taken the lead, Brentford had squandered the better openings. So there's no injustice about the equaliser. Lee. Souness withstanding Kamara. Johnston, and the chance is Robinson's, and the save is Swinburne's. Hit first time by Michael Robinson, who did well to keep it down. The bounce beating Dalglish, but not Robinson. And Johnston timed his burst forward well, and he's got the pace to leave Harris. Robinson, now, did he use a hand? Robinson plunging in, and he was trying to deceive the crowd and the referee. But it seemed from this angle, but it was punched over the line, as indeed it was. No goal. Boulevard. Salman. Still Danny Salman. Oh! Thwarted by the post. He's not scored for Brentford for some 3 years. And he nearly put one past Bruce Grobbelaar. Grobbelaar, in fact, he did beat, but he didn't beat the post. Could so easily have been 2-1, and the shake of the head sums up the moment. Rush. The way the game's gone, Liverpool must surely feel that their best chance is to keep attacking, and the chances will surely open up for them, as Robinson is only inches away, really, from timing his run to meet the header. Brentford, of course, as the home side, will see their best opportunity of winning over 2 legs by capitalising on ground advantage. It's not an easy night for Graham Souness. playing in midfield with Brentford trying to bypass him all the time and get the ball forward to the front men, and Souness perhaps showing a little of the frustration then. Kamara. Harris. Joseph has already shown what a threat he can be with his direct running. And Rush goes down. Rowe played the ball. Lee won it back for Liverpool. Souness. Half blocked by Swinburne. It was drilled low by Graham Souness. And Trevor Swinburne has had one or two problems with his handling in the first half. And fortune has been on his side. Marnie. And maybe Roberts should have been a little bit closer to the touchline. It's half-time. Ian Rush giving Liverpool the lead halfway through that first half, but Liverpool of all teams thought with perhaps a little lapse in concentration, and Gary Roberts pegging them back within a minute. Welcome back to Griffin Park. Brentford starting the second half with a kick-off ploy designed to put pressure on Liverpool right from the outset. And indeed, that will be very much what they will hope to do over the next 45 minutes to try and give them a cushion to take to Anfield in 3 weeks' time. 1 goal apiece. And some of the enthusiasm spilling over in the person of Chris Kamara. Joseph. Really down to what Brentford can do in this second half. They've certainly made enough openings in the first 45 minutes to give them hope, even against a side who haven't been beaten overall in this competition since 1980. They've twice lost individual legs of rounds, to Burnley last season and 3 years ago to Bradford City, who were then in the 4th division. Joe Fagan lighting up for the second half. McNichol taken from him by Roberts. It really has proved to be a handful for Liverpool, and in the end, Grobbelaar claimed it at the near post. Maybe Roberts was trying to cut it back. Roberts again, and now Joseph, obstructed by Souness. Brentford certainly feel that they've got the forwards who are talented enough to take on Liverpool. Joseph is one. And Gary Roberts at the top of the picture there with a bandage around the knee. Really loves nothing more than attacking defenders with the ball at his feet. Roberts has joined the end of the wall. McNichol with the blast. Grobbelaar hangs on. Jim McNichol got it past the wall, but not past the goalkeeper. Nicol. Rush checking out to a wider position. Johnston. Whitehead climbing well. Jumping against Michael Robinson. Johnston. Getting past Rowe, who tried to hold him back, and Robinson, 2-1. And while Robinson takes his share of the congratulations, a number of the Liverpool players went to Craig Johnston as well, because he sped past Terry Rowe here. The driven cross, always a problem for defenders. Robinson collected and scored. So Michael Robinson, who is still awaiting his first division goal in a Liverpool shirt, hits his third in cup competitions, 2 against Odense in the European Cup last week. Marnie. Well, he was just caught, it seemed accidental, in a challenge with Steve Nicol. For a player who had a broken leg just 10 months ago, well, looks on with some anxiety when he goes down after any sort of collision. Meanwhile, it's Bullivant, whose intentions really were trying to keep the ball down, and doing so lost power. But Tony Marnie looking anxiously at the right leg that he broke 10 months ago. Dalglish. Here's Souness, and it was deflected, and Swinburne left helpless. Souness letting fly, and it hit Danny Salmon. And from that moment, Trevor Swinburne had no chance of keeping it out. 3-1, and Liverpool beginning to get a grip. And before the game can be restarted, Tony Marnie getting treatment. And a night that began in such an exciting fashion for him, a surprise recall in Brentford's injury flight, ends in disappointment. And perhaps yet another spell on the treatment table. A gallant effort by Tony Marnie to help his manager out by playing tonight when he wasn't fully fit, and Bob Booker comes on as his replacement. So 3-1, and Liverpool maybe have ridden the storm. Salmon, who was the unlucky player getting in the way of Souness' shot, taking the free kick. And at the moment, Griffin Park is very quiet indeed. Liverpool not represented by a large following of away support. And Rush trying to sneak in behind Harris. Finally, just diverted the ball to safety, or relative safety. Rush. Harris away again. Kamara misjudged. Finally comes to rest with Steve Nicol. Johnston is having a very energetic and productive match. Harris trying to lead the counter-charge. Joseph being asked to get up ahead of steam. Lawrenson able to keep pace quite easily. Both Mark Lawrence and Alan Hansen seem to be able to introduce an extra gear when necessary. As of course at the other end of the field does Dalglish, and Rush, it should surely be 4-1, and Swinburne got away again with some mishandling. It was Dalglish who posed the initial threat. Swinburne dropped it again, and Rush took it away from the goalkeeper and then lost his bearings. Nicol. Brentford struggling defensively again to close him down. Steve Nicol. And Swinburne plucked it away from the foot of Robinson. And Nicol was allowed to go an awfully long way from the Brentford point of view. Deep into the area before Swinburne saved the day on that occasion. Carrigan will perhaps be disappointed with the end product from Gary Roberts in the second half. Liverpool have shuffled him into one or two blind alleys. Well, Joe Fagan has seen Liverpool in action all over Europe on many a stage. Perhaps in strange circumstances in terms of the changing accommodation here tonight at Griffin Park. Souness. And here's Johnston. Brentford wanted offside, and it went in off Ian Rush. 4-1. With 20 minutes left. And again, Brentford had lost their discipline and their marking. And as Johnston drilled it in, Rush stuck out a foot, and it flashed into the corner. Craig Johnston involved again in a Liverpool goal tonight. So Brentford, who at 1-1 must have felt that there was an upset in the offing, will be looking towards Anfield with some misgivings, I would think, for the second leg in 3 weeks' time. Bullivant. And Booker just offside. Ian Rush with the second goal of the evening. And Danny Salmon, who has stuck manfully with him, has found, as defenders in the First Division have found, how difficult Ian Rush is to contain. Rush. And Nicol, maybe his first goal for Liverpool. Well, it's offside. Robinson got in the way. Nicol, all the time in the world to assess the chance, and in fact maybe he was playing the ball in Robinson's direction. Robinson clearly offside. It stays at 4-1. Joseph. And he's faced by Graham Souness, who isn't the quickest Liverpool player. Johnston prepared to lend a hand. And with no apparent effort, Liverpool can break forward again. And it's Dalglish, beautifully fed by Kennedy. And this time Hansen has sensed the opening. And Robinson, well, Robinson is off target, although he thought he had a corner. But any one of 4 Liverpool players were in a position there to strike for goal. And Brentford were nowhere. Kennedy. Johnston. Liverpool showing again that their control having gone ahead for the second time in the match, has been absolutely total. Kennedy. Johnston. We have it, you come and get it, has been the theme, and Brentford haven't been able to get possession. Liverpool finished with 4. It could have been more. 2 of them for Ian Rush to add to the goals from Michael Robinson, and the deflected shot by Graham Souness. And Liverpool have spoilt Brentford's dream of adding to the glories of the third division sides in this year's Milk Cup. Their knowledge of how to play ties over 2 legs is really unsurpassed, and for all Brentford's gallantry, that experience and the quality as the 2 managers exchange good wishes counted for too much on the night.